The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets Hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Left to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center for tonight's GOJHL action between the Strathroy Rockets and the St. Mary's Lincolns. I'm Noah Smith. Eldon Dunseith back with me on the mic here as we get set for this Saturday night matchup. Eldon, the final meeting of the regular season between these two clubs, and it has been close for a fair amount of the games so far, but St. Mary's has taken a better part of the points this year.
Yeah, apart from the 7-1 win that Strathroy had earlier this season, all very tight games until most recently. But yeah, the Lincolns are really showing as the season progresses that they are a strong hockey club to be not feared, I would say, in the Western Conference, but nobody should be looking past them.
The Lincolns were 7-7 when they made a coaching change early on in the season, and since then, head coach Jeff Bradley has taken this team on a 12-4 run, moved them up the standings in the Western Conference to a spot that I think coming into the season the Lincolns wanted to be in, a spot that they thought they should be in, and a spot that they are now trying to hold on to and maybe even move up a little bit more. We've seen a lot of changes since the holiday break and the COVID break there, and the Lincolns are a team that's trying to take advantage of that, a team that's healthy here. They are one of just two teams in the West who have used the same two goalies all year long. They haven't had a whole lot of changing up in the crease there, and I think that's helped them. Well, Carius will get the starting in goal again tonight here for St. Mary's, and he's been good this year.
We see him just about every time we see the Lincolns, and just about every time we've seen two or three other teams over the last couple of years. Carius, the veteran goaltender, and you mentioned the Lincolns in the standings. Right now they're tied with Kamoka with 38 points, same number of games played. They're only 2 games behind Chatham for third, and the Lincolns have 3 games in hand on the Maroons. So, and actually also 2 points behind the Nationals. So they've really moved up, catching the field. Good goaltending. If you can get good goaltending in any level of hockey, you're going to do well.
As mentioned, it'll be Bryce Walkarius starting again tonight for the St. Mary's Lincolns. The Rockets will go back to Matthew Brazeau in goal tonight. It was Chaz Nixon starting the game Wednesday in London. Brazeau will get the start between the pipes for Strathroy tonight, who are looking to get back into the win column here on a little bit of a losing streak of late. And one of the things we talked about at the end of the game on Wednesday in London, and something that we've had a chance to look into between now and then, the Rockets' power play has struggled of recently. The last 5 games, Eldon, they are 0 for 24 on the man advantage, something that's really going to have to change if this team wants a shot at holding on to a playoff spot in the coming months.
Going back to before the Christmas break, 0 for 24 on the power play. They're only 2 points ahead of Sarnia for the 8th and final playoff spot in the Western Conference, and the Legionnaires have a game in hand. So 24 straight times you get the extra man and you can't put one in, you're going to struggle. So it makes sense that they haven't won a game in that stretch. But if they can start with one tonight, maybe that can turn it around over the next few.
A couple lineup changes we'll get to out of the lineup tonight for the Lincolns. Ethan Coops, Kobe Ferreira, and Joe Mazer for the Rockets. Matthew Pimentel, Alex Laszlo, Blake Hall, and Chaz Nixon not in the lineup tonight for Strathroy. We'll get to the starters after the anthems. We'll now go down now to ice level for the national anthems here from Strathroy. So the anthem's complete, just about ready for puck drop here in Strathroy. We welcome you inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center. Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith here with you high above center ice. Rockets wearing their alternate blues tonight. The Lincolns wearing those crisp white uniforms as we get set and ready for this one. The Rockets looking to end a little bit of a losing streak. The Lincolns looking to stay hot here and move up the standings as the playoffs near. An exciting matchup here on a cold, wintry feeling February Saturday night.
It's a little chilly out there today. That time of year. Feels like hockey.
It'll be Piercy starting the hockey game with Elliston and Hogarth up front. Ty Johnson makes his return to the lineup. He's on the back end with Kindry. Rockets missing both Alex Laszlo and Blake Hull on defense tonight, but are happy to have the Johnson brothers back as the puck is down and we're underway. It's Kindry back inside the Strathroy zone. Johnson now up to Hogarth. He'll carry it to center and dump it in on a backhand. Inside of the St. Mary's zone, Walkarius will play it back behind the net, already getting into the action here for the Lincolns. Now moving it forward here, Stubberfield into the middle of the ice. Schnicker tried to jump and bring that one down. Now Moore back behind the net. Lalonde around the net here. The Lincolns inside the Strathroy zone trying to get control of the puck. Schnicker now. Brazeau looks off to his right. Pass comes right out front, looking for a chance there. The puck bounces around. Now off to the right side. Elliston will get it up to the blue line, but not out. As the shot on, Brazeau's going to knock it over top of the glass and out of play. We'll get our first whistle, 41 seconds in.
Yeah, angled that one up into the screen to get a whistle. And there's Bryce Walkarius. First shift of the game, getting into the action, skating out toward the corner to play the puck. We'll see a lot of that tonight.
Saw a lot of it just over a week ago in St. Mary's as the Rockets off the draw trying to move it forward through center. Faulkner now will dump it. Walkarius out of his net again to play it, and he throws it around to the opposite side. Now the Lynx will clear. They'll bring it up forward through center ice. On the stick going wide. Morey looking for a shot, and he chips that one well over top of the net. Off the glass and kept in at the blue line. Now Cornfield's dump in is going to be knocked away by Faulkner, who will throw it to the opposite corner. Balaz trying to chase that one down. Hewitt keeps it. Balaz. Faulkner looking shot. That one just going to miss the pad of Walkarius and miss wide. Now Lamoureux. Chip pass to the left side. The Lynx working into the offensive zone. Pass through the middle there was knocked away. And here come the Rockets as Habib will bring it up ice. Now into the offensive zone. Habib looking shot on. Walkarius the save. And he'll cover up his own rebound there to get the whistle.
And what we just saw there, glove save, but he didn't catch it. And we saw a fair bit of that in St. Mary's 8 nights ago. And between the rebounds and the inability to catch the puck that night, the Rockets were unable to take advantage of those loose pucks. They're going to have to do a better job tonight if they plan to come away with 2 points.
Marshall from the point, able to get it off to Tage Gallant, who's back in the lineup tonight for Strathroy. Gallant down to a knee, and now he gets it out front. Knocked away from Carson Perry. The Lincolns will get control in their own zone now. Back behind the net. Now Dare in the corner. Able to get it up to the board. Now kept in. Nelson knocks it back behind the net. Now looking for a chance. Gallant a shot on. That one goes off a stick and wide. Back behind the net of Walkarius. Perry tried to bring it out front. Was taken away from him by Jordan Dare again. And Dare will clear back out to center and out of the Strathroy blue line. Pass will go off a skate and then right into the Strathroy bench.
Nice catch. Hewitt.
Right down below us there.
Yeah, right below us with a nice catch there.
2:09 gone to start this hockey game. Still no score. Both teams getting in on the action with a few chances. And the face-off coming just in front of the Lincolns bench in the neutral zone. Off the draw, trying to play that one forward. Dundas. Now Dundas looking, getting it back, and a quick shot off on, and stopped by Walkarius, who will get the save.
Little give and go there. Nice drop pass one way and then drop pass back, and got a nice one-time chance. Walkarius ready. Walkarius fills a lot of the net. He's a big kid. Stands tall in that net.
Tossed out of the draw. Now Parrott will come in here for St. Mary's. Off the draw, it's tied up and picked up by the Lincolns inside their own zone. Gallagher, nice pass back to Parrott. Now over to Smith on the left side. Smith looking to the net. That pass tipped off a stick. Sitting behind the Strathroy net, Johnson. He'll get it up to Dundas. Dundas will clear off the boards out to center. Spezial had it on his stick, then lost it. Back up to Parrott at center again. This one poked away. Ty Johnson off the boards, grabs the pass from himself in there. Spezial lost his stick. Has to go pick it up from the slot, but it's Smith back behind the net here for St. Mary's to clear it off the glass and out to center. Johnson pass out of the reach of everyone. No icing on the spin there. Called off by the far linesman. Setting up behind the St. Mary's net, and now back to the defenseman, working that up as Baker's pass to the middle, now knocked away. Over to Parrott, right up front of the Strathroy bench. Parrott steps inside the line. Down low in the corner, trying to pick it up again. In the corner, arm up, a penalty on the way here to the Lincolns inside the offensive zone. Rockets still in possession here, looking to try and clear the puck off ice. He'll get it up onto the stick here of Elliston, who works his way in. Toe drag move. Elliston cuts to the net. Oh, and the tip on. That one off the post. It'll come around to the opposite side where it's picked up by Faulkner, who will bring it back inside the Strathroy zone.
And a tap in goal, and he hit the goal post. What a great move by Elliston.
Creating plays. Elliston is how he takes the hit at center. Will be touched up by Cornfield, and the whistle will finally go.
It's going to be Eric Lalonde for the Lincolns.
It was in the offensive zone down in the corner. Lalonde to play. I just think they got caught up, and Lalonde got a roughing call to send Strathroy to the early power play.
I can see from the far side how the ref might look like he threw him to the ice. Well, here's an early chance to break the 0-for-24 streak on the power play.
Elliston down to Perry on the right side. Perry to the net, and Faulkner tipped one on. It hit off the side of the net. Back up to Elliston. Now to Perry. Comes over to Marshall. Marshall looking through, trying to find a tip. Found one, but it went wide. Perry again up to Marshall. Marshall, Elliston right side, back to Marshall. Looking, Perry, shot on, stopped by Walkarius. Big rebound comes out, up to the point, kept in by Elliston, and then he fans on the attempt to dump it in, and the Lincolns will clear and get a change.
That's a great first shift, first 30 seconds of that power play. Lots of possession for the Rockets and a couple of chances toward the goal.
Reverse pass to Perry, and that's knocked away. Schnicker out front. Oh, and the return pass, they can't get a shot off on goal, and the Rockets might have dodged the bullet. Now another turnover, cutting to the net, backhand, stopped by Brazeau again, as Brazeau standing tall on a number of shorthanded chances for the Lincolns.
Wow. After the turnover by Perry that led to a 2-on-0 chance from the top of the circles, didn't end up with a shot on goal. You'd think they were out of it, but nope. Brazeau saves the bacon on this power play.
Back behind the Strathroy net, it'll be Nelson to chase it out. Stuck in the feet there as Smith goes back to Nelson here. A minute gone off the power play for Strathroy, their first of the game. Now the pass comes out through the middle. Smith had it knocked off his stick. Over to Kindry at the blue line. Rockets struggling to get control. The puck is just dumped in again here by the Lincolns. 45 seconds to go here on the man advantage. Now Smith's going to wheel up ice himself. Has it on his hand. He's taken down. Arm comes up here, and the Lincolns bench didn't like it. Might not have been the strongest call, but the Rockets will have a 5-on-3 coming for 37 seconds.
I think him falling down didn't matter. It was ended up called a slash. Not at first I thought it was going to be a trip, but that tells me it would have been a penalty either way. So now a 2-man advantage for 37 seconds before Lalonde will return.
And the face-off down inside the St. Mary's zone, right off the draw. It's going to be cleared up to the blue line, kept in by Smith. Over to Kindry. Kindry looking shot. That one's going to miss. Wide bounce all the way back up to him. Kindry, slap shot from the point. That one's blocked off into the corner. 18 seconds to go here on the 5-on-3. Up to the point for Kindry. Kindry looking for options. Shot on. That one's going to miss wide. Cleared off the boards and up to the line, kept in by Kindry again. His pass is going to miss Smith, but the Rockets will be lucky here on the 5-on-3 to retain control. 2 seconds to go. Looking, shot through, scores! And just as time expires on the 5-on-3, the Rockets get a power play goal. And it's 1-0.
Finally, one of those shots made their way through, and the power play streak is over. Now 1 for 26. Now Carson Perry's arguing that the other guy should go back in. I don't think that's the case. I only saw the one time on the clock when the puck went in. I think it was just about 2 seconds too late to be scored on the 5-on-3.
I think It was close, but I agree with you, Eldon. I think the time did expire by the time that puck got through. But if you're the Rockets here, you're happy you got one through and you got the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah. 1 for 26 now.
Barnes back behind the net here for Strathroy. Pass through the middle. Vandenbrink almost intercepted that one, and now Barnes through ice, and another penalty on the way here. Barnes had his stick chopped out of his hand, and Pancino, no argument as he heads to the box.
No, Harbour didn't even look at the official as he skated by. That was a slash. And that's something that's become a thing over the last few years, even in the NHL. If you chop a stick out of a player's hands, a slashing call is going to get called 99 times out of 100.
Yeah, the evidence, as you like to say, laying right on the ice in front of the official.
Yeah, the DNA evidence was all over the place there.
As it's Damian Pancino to the box here for the Lincolns, and Strathroy right back to the power play after snapping that 0 for what turned into be an 0 for 25 scoreless streak on the man advantage.
Yeah. 1 for 26 sounds better.
Like I said, they'll take it. Around the boards, over to Elliston on the right side, who's able to keep it in down low to Velaz, and then he's thrown into the boards. Rockets now walking out, looking for a shot on, while Karius makes the save. Now back behind the net, Perry. Nice battle to hold on to. Into the slot. Good body contact there. Knocks it away and clears the zone here, but the Rockets get it back inside their own zone. 30 seconds gone off the man advantage already here as it's picked up down inside the Strathroy zone. Now back behind the net for Marshall. First power play unit out there for Strathroy as Perry, his pass into the skates there and knocked away. Kelleher was right on him. Reverses it off the boards to Marshall. Marshall's pass over to Perry on the far right side. Now he'll work his way forward. Into the offensive zone. Perry on the left side, now down low. A couple of nice moves. Still holds on to it behind the net. Looks to go out front with it. Couldn't find Elliston, and the clearing attempt will go out of play, and I don't know if that went off anyone. And a slashing call coming on the play, and I think it's going to go to Carson Perry.
It's Carson Perry. I heard the official yell 19, and I didn't see that. It was obviously after he dangled his way from the right wing over to the left wing and then down behind the net. He turned over the puck. It's got to be outside. Oh, I guess not.
So the face-off,
not an icing.
Yeah, the face-off will come down into the Strathroy zone, and we'll play 4-on-4 for a minute of hockey here.
Well, if you're going to have to kill a penalty, I'd rather only have to kill a minute of it.
Up to center, Piercy had it knocked off his stick, and now Morey's going to go pick it up. Morey looking, return pass, has it right side, out front looking for the one-time chance, and that one just fanning on it as it's cleared back out to center. And picked up on the stick there of Kyle Morey, who skates back in the St. Mary's zone.
That play looked really good right up until the point where he found on it.
And had he got a shot off there, it would have been a fantastic play by the Lincolns. Smith down low in the corner, able to get it up to the blue line. Kept in, now Cornfield walks in. Cornfield's shot is blocked. Able to get down and in it was Smith. Now Smith will pick it up again. Back behind the net over to Kindry. Kindry on the right side, has it knocked away from him. Walking out into the slot, Lamoureux, tons of time, and he fires one. Nice glove save there by Brazeau to get a piece of it. 5 seconds to go here on the minor penalty to Pancino. It's Morey on the right side, circling down low. Trying to find an option here. Lincoln's now on the power play for 55 seconds. Cornfield takes the pass, fires one to the net, and Brazeau makes the save with Pancino right out in front of him.
Congregation down there by Matthew Brazeau. The official keeps the Rockets on the bench. Now they make their wholesale changes. 51 seconds to go in the penalty to the captain. Face off to the left of Brazeau here.
In the corner now, trying to walk out from the slot. Losing it was Smith, able to get it up to Vandenbrink, who will circle back to the blue line. Pass from Vandenbrink off the stick of Lalonde. Harbour now walking in. Left side, shot scores. Noah Vandenbrink on the power play, and the Lincolns have tied the game at 1.
Well, they only needed about 25 seconds of power play time to tie the game here at 1. Now Matthew Brazeau is talking to the linesman about something here. He skated a solid 30 feet out of his net to go talk to the linesman, who's now sharing what he heard with the referee, who has summarily dismissed whatever it was. And we'll move ahead here with 11:37 to go in the first. It's tied at 1.
Face-off won back by the Lincolns. Dare, and now dumped in inside of the Strathroy zone. Playing that one off the boards. Now Piercy up to Ellison. Now Ellison with speed, trying to get past Aiken. Ellison on the right side. Shot. That one stopped. Off the paddle wall carries back behind the net there, and the Lincolns will gain control inside their own zone. Over to Schnitker. Hogarth looking for a long shot on. Kicking out the pad was Walkarius. Don't know if he was expecting the shot right away.
Not from out there. I don't think he was. I thought he was going to dump. I think he thought he was just going to dump it into the corner. Not the worst play in the world.
Pass, long one off to the right side. It's picked up by Habib inside the Strathroy zone. Behind the net, Dare's going to be the first one to get it on the corner. Looks out front. That one stopped. Rebound, and another save made by Brazeau getting across.
Got the rebound, and yeah, he covered that well. Schnitker, I think, was a little surprised that he didn't put that in. What a great save by Brazeau to keep this game tied at 1. And for as well as they've played in the first, half of this first period, over the last couple of minutes, they've been hemmed in their own end.
Face-off off to Brazeau's left. It's one back. Now Ty Johnson around the boards. That puck's going to find its way out to center. That's as far as it'll get. It's just dumped back in here by the Lincolns. Now Hazel trying to battle with that one. Turns it over, and offside at the line there are the Lincolns. We'll get a face-off with 30 seconds before we reach the halfway point of the period here.
I guess thankfully for the Rockets, that turnover happened inside the blue line when the Lincolns were already there, as opposed to outside, or that was going to be a 2-on-0.
Lalonde back inside of his own zone. Lamoureux will pick it up now. Hands it back to Lalonde, who now comes out from behind the net of Walkarius and working his way up left side. A nice spin moves, opens up some space. Looking for options, Baker. Off the stick of Hazel inside of the Strathroy zone. Now Kindry, nobody there on the right side. Blaz just out of his reach. Lamoureux now. Spins, gets away from the danger of Johnson, then he does it again, works it up to his forehand. To the point. Lalonde's shot off a skating well wide. Trying to clear, that one's going to find its way out to center, and then getting that one off the stick, Blaz, as he dumps it in, and Walkarius out of his net to play it.
Actually, he cost them an icing by coming out to play that.
Forehand dump to center. Faulkner tried to corral it there, but the bouncing puck was too much for him. As now it's sent down the ice, and this one will be an icing against Strathroy. Bring the face-off back into the defensive zone. 9:35 to go here, the first, tied at 1. Face-off to Brazeau's left and into the corner. Marshall will pick it up. Back behind the net, 2 Lincolns on him. He's able to get it over to Belaz on the right side as he takes a hit against the wall. And it'll be blown down on a high stick at center ice there by the linesman.
Yeah, he's the only one who saw that, I think. Good catch by him there. The face-off will be just outside the Lincoln zone, right in front of their bench.
One back, and now the dump in off the shin pads of Spezial. Smith will spin and fire it into the corner. Now Brazeau going to be out of his net to play it. Throws it around. Shot on. That one blocked. Didn't make it to the net. Picked up by Spezial. Now trying to reverse it here. This puck will clear as it's picked up at center ice by the captain in Mulder. Now over top of the stick, a pair. They're going to say this one was tipped in. Marshall now back behind the net. Holding on to this one, losing it. Smith tied up against the wall. In there to get him. Johnson, as Smith goes down in a heap behind the net. Both Smiths, I should say. Spezial down low in the corner against Jordan Dare. Holding on to it back behind the net. Kane Johnson looks out front. Spezial, a shot. That one goes off a stick and wide. Johnson again behind the net here. This one cleared up to the point, kept in as Dundas shovels it back down low into the corner. Trying to be along the boards there to make sure he can settle down that puck as it's dumped in right back behind the net of Walkarius and picked up here by Cornfield, and it's going to go out of play on the clearing attempt and keep the puck inside of the St. Mary's zone.
Yeah, one difference between the Junior B and the Major Junior A, when you shoot it over the glass, there's no penalty for delay of game unless you're the goaltender. I think it was pretty clear Cornfield just wanted to change there.
It's a good thing that rule isn't in place when you get to places like Strathroy, because we see it 5 or 6 times a game.
Yeah, glass is super low in a lot of spots here.
Knocked forward here and back into the Strathroy zone. Barnes will go D-to-D, but that pass is going to miss. Picking it up now. That one's picked off by Nelson. Nelson, he'll come forward. Steps in across the blue line, and Gallant was just a step ahead of the play there, putting the Rockets offside. Quick conversation down low.
Yeah, a couple of guys come together. Changes here for the Rockets. Face off just down in front of us here outside the Lincoln zone.
One back and now inside of the St. Mary's zone. Long lead pass onto the stick. Pancino breaks his way in, but didn't have enough speed to keep it alive. Kindry out to center. Now here come the Rockets. Perry and Gallant 2-on-1. Perry looking shot on. That one stopped by Walkarius. Looks out front again. Couldn't get the shot off. And now finally jumping on that one, Walkarius, to make the save and cover up.
Nelson took the feed for the second chance. Got the shot on net. Dare and Nelson having a conversation down there in front of the Lincoln zone, or sorry, in front of the Lincoln's net. Walkarius holding Dare back.
One back by the Lincolns inside their own zone. Moore is going to chip that one at center. Moving that one past and picking it up Stubberfield, but Johnson back on defense to get it here for Strathroy. Pass just off the stick of Belaz and dumped back in off the boards, poking that one away is Brazeau. Now back behind the net. Moore trying to get control of the puck here for St. Mary's. Down low, Hewitt. Tied up against the wall. Lalonde in there trying to poke that one away. Holding on to it up to the point now for Schnittker. Schnittker, long shot. That one's going to miss wide. Belaz will pick it off the bounce. Now look for a long pass up to Faulkner. Faulkner tips that one onto the stick of Hewitt. Hewitt trying to get that one down low. He'll pick it up. Took a little bit of a hit there, and he'll have to bring it back out to center. The arm is up. They did get the call on that one as Brazeau comes to the bench.
Yeah, high stick or a cross check or something. Hit him up high.
Knocked forward. Hogarth into the offensive zone. To Belaz. Belaz couldn't get a shot off. It's touched up by the Lincolns here. And the penalty, a high stick. And Strathroy back to the power play here. They're fourth in the first period.
It's my third game seeing it. I'm still getting used to the extra official being back on the ice. The guy right in front of me didn't have his arm up, so I didn't think there'd be a call, but the down low official definitely saw that. Stubberfield's in the box. Another power play. The fourth of the first period here for the Rockets. In 13:27 with the playing time. They're on their fourth power play.
Back into the Strathroy zone off the draw and was cleared. Quick pass onto the stick of Nelson, who works it forward quickly. Nelson with Lamoureux right on him here. We'll have to circle back to the Strathroy blue line. Elliston at his own line to Marshall. Marshall will just step in across center and wire that one around the boards. Walkarius quickly there to get it. And he throws that one away and now dumped down the ice here by the Lincolns. That's where you like to have the goalie that's out of his net to play it, as he stomped that one, and the Lincolns were able to get the clear.
He's a very active goaltender, a la Mike Smith or Martin Brodeur.
Coming through the middle here, Alliston, and they're going to say the Rockets were offside in that huge mess of bodies at the line.
I think Mulder created just enough of a speed bump there, accidentally, at the blue line to put that play offside for the Rockets. Yeah, he plays the puck a lot. He'll come out. He's not afraid to skate out as far as the corner to get a puck if he thinks he can get there first.
Dumped in, and tons of time here for Jordan Dare to fire one off the short glass and out. First minute of this power play gone for Strathroy. Not a whole lot to show for it so far. Now inside their own zone, turned over, shot on. Brazeau makes the save as Kelleher point blank.
They have, sorry, go ahead.
It's about the third time tonight that's happened.
I was about to say they have very active sticks on the penalty kill, but that is the third time in this first period the Rockets have given away the puck to a guy 3 feet from them in their own end on the power play.
And in a prime spot to shoot as well. All Kelleher had to do was make a slight move to his left, and he was on his forehand no more than 6 feet in front of Brazeau. Faulkner will bring it in, has it knocked off his stick at the line. Kindry back down low to Faulkner. Trying to tie up and get this one away as it's going to be flipped out again here by the Lincolns. This will go the length of the ice and leave the Rockets with just 25 seconds to go here on the man advantage. From out front of his own net now, Perry. Use it left side, now turned over again. Here comes Moore. He's got Kelleher with him. Moore looking shot on, and Brazeau flashes the leather to make the save here on yet another turnover for Strathroy on the power play.
Yeah, just coming out of the zone, turned it over right at their own blue line, and Moore walked in. He didn't quite get the angle he wanted because there was a defender back holding him to the outside, but he got a great wrist shot and a nice glove save by Brazeau. These turnovers are going to kill them if they keep this up.
It's a wonder that St. Mary's actually hasn't found the back of the net yet on the penalty kill, the chances that they've had.
Yeah, I would say they've had more grade A chances killing penalties in this first period than the Rockets have had, period.
The active stick from Smith gets in the lane there, and that'll kill off the rest of the penalty here as the Rockets back to even strength. Long pass onto the stick, Piercy works his way in, shot and stopped by Walkarius there with the pad. Cleared off the glass and out, all the way back to the Strathroy zone. Just over 4 minutes to go here in period number one. And now a bounce pass off the boards, almost turned over there. Quick stick, able to get it up ice. Piercy at the line, knocked away. Here comes Harbour the other way. Harbour steps inside the blue line, toe drag, shot on, stopped by Brazeau. Rebound comes out front, sitting in the blue paint there, and finally will be picked up and cleared here as Barnes shovels that one out to center. Baker dumps it in, and the Rockets will have some time inside their own zone as the Lincolns change. Long pass from Spezial out of the reach of Hewitt. D-to-D here for the Lincolns. Alond up through center. Harbour, pass left side, cutting in, shot. That one off the side of the net and out of play. 3:25 to go here in the first.
Speed of the forwards for the Lincolns is starting to has been on display here over the last 3 or 4 minutes. Not just the turnovers inside the Rockets zone while they're on the power play, but just when they come up the ice, they are full steam ahead when they hit the blue line, and chances usually result.
Cornfield will dump it in. It rims around the corner. Balaz now. Long pass onto the stick of Hewitt, far left side. Now Hewitt steps it across. Fires one on goal, stopped by Walkarius. Back behind the net, now finds its way out front, but the Rockets can't hold on. Ballas able to keep it in the St. Mary's zone down low. Cornfield has it on the right side. 3 minutes even to go here in period number one. Balaz intercepts a pass, gets it over to Hewitt. Now Balaz a shot off a stick and over top of that yellow line out of play. It'll be a face-off coming inside of the St. Mary's zone.
Yeah, since the goal on the power play, the Rockets haven't had many chances. Perry and Nelson with back-to-back chances a few minutes ago, but beyond that, the Lincolns have really carried the play in the second half of this period.
From back behind the net, Mulder off the boards, and the Lincolns will get it out to center. Onto the stick, Lamoureux, right side, Cornfield looking to the net. That one goes off the skates and now picked up again here. Smith to Faulkner, and Faulkner able to get it up to Balaz, who was trying to knock that one out of the air. Hard on the stick there as Faulkner takes the puck away. Leaves it back inside his own zone. Now Gallant, almost poked off his stick by Lamoureux.
He's so good at that. Lamoureux.
Hitting the stick in the lane, this whole Lincoln's team so far tonight. As the Rockets step inside the offensive zone, pass out to the slot, and that one's going to miss and come all the way back down into the Strathroy zone. Nelson kicks it back out to center here. That pass out of the reach of his stick, and the Lincolns with control, now inside their own zone. Holding on to it and setting that one up. Speed through center. Here comes Harbour. Nice move to get past Gallant. Leaves it. Lamoureux looks to the middle of the ice. Vandenbrink couldn't get it on his stick. As Johnson back behind the net and almost turned over, and they do turn it over. The Lincolns couldn't get a pass out front. To the points and kept in. Now Perry with it again. He turns it over. Down low. Looking for a pass out front. Spinning on his forehand. Walks it up to the blue line. Holds onto it. Finally passes it off. Dare with a shot. That one's going to miss and come all the way back down into the St. Mary's zone.
Yeah, when you come down the half wall, if you miss the net, you're going to rim it right out of the zone.
Inside of the Lincoln zone here. Final minute of play in the opening period. It's Habib to Perry. Perry, quick pass up. Piercy brings it back up to his stick, drops it for Nelson. Nelson on goal, stopped by the pad of Walkarius. Now the puck will work its way out to the slot. The Lincolns will knock it away. Lalonde will circle back behind the St. Mary's net, and he'll slow things down here with 35 seconds to go in the period. Lincoln's trying to set up here one final good rush down the ice possibly, as Habib will take it from the corner, dump it back out to center. Now the bouncing puck is going to be picked up, looking for a shot on. That one stopped by Brazeau. Into the corner here. Now it'll come out the other side for Habib. Habib on his forehand, thrown off the boards on a backhand, and it's kept in by Hazel. Now there it is at the line. Habib through the middle. 10 seconds to go in the period. Elliston up to his feet there, and they were unable to stay on side as the Lincolns will bring it forward. But as time expires, they're going to call a penalty on that last play.
Oh, that might even it up. Habib's getting the first penalty.
Habib had a penalty right out front of the timekeeper's bench as time expired on a hit that was up high. And as you mentioned, it might get evened up here. We'll see what the calls on the ice are.
I don't see a second signal. I thought there was, I'll call it a punch to Habib's cage. Obviously either missed or deemed not worthy of a roughing penalty. But when you've had 4 power plays and the other team's had 1, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt on every call. So the Rockets will start the second period down a man.
So after one period of play here, the score tied at 1 between the Rockets and the Lincolns. And just down in front of us, we could hear the officials confirming with the coaching staff of the Rockets it will be just the 1 penalty when we come back for the second period. The scoring summary here in period number 1, it was Noah Nelson getting the Rockets on the board, Dylan Dundas and Owen Kindry picking up the assist on the power play, and then Noah Vandenbrink responding for St. Mary's on the power play of their own. Thomas Harbour and Eric Lalonde picking up the assists on the goal for St. Mary's. The shots on goal total through one period of play favor the Strathroy Rockets 12-10, despite, I think, the Lincolns having far more chances that were grade A.
Of their 10 shots, I would say at least 4 of them were absolutely grade A chances inside 20 feet away from Matthew Brazeau. And the lion's share of those 12 shots for the Rockets came in the first half of the first period.
1-1 tie as we head to the second period here from Strathroy, the out-of-town scoreboard. A couple other games in the Western Conference today. One finished up earlier this afternoon as Leamington was in Chatham to take on the Maroons. The Flyers coming away with a 4-2 win over Chatham this afternoon. And then over in Kamoka, the LaSalle Vipers and Kamoka Kings having an important matchup over at the Wellness Center. After one period of play, it's 1-0. The LaSalle Vipers lead here in Strathroy. We're all tied up at 1 after 20 minutes of play. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets YouTube page, watching and following along on hockeytv.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy.
Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back here inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy. 20 minutes of hockey complete on this Saturday night, and we have ourselves a tie hockey game. A goal apiece, a goal for each side, as the Lincolns and Rockets will head into period number 2 here, the same way they started the hockey game. Both teams, Eldon, getting a goal on the power play, and funny enough, we talked about it in the pregame show, how nice it would be for the Rockets to end that little 0 for 24 power play streak they had. They ended it in the first period, but unfortunately gave it right back a few minutes later to tie the game at 1.
Yeah. It didn't feel little. But yes, they were able to score on the power play. And yeah, they were 1 for 4. The only power play the Lincolns had was only going to be half a power play because it became a minute into their penalty, and they only needed about 30 seconds to score. So they've only spent about 30 or 35 seconds on the power play, and they have a goal that tied the game, as you said. And they're going to start this period also on the power play as Habib for the Rockets took a penalty right in front of the Lincoln's penalty box. I missed what the call was. I'm going to assume boarding.
The high stick is what they
they called it a high stick? Yeah, that's okay.
A similar play to what we saw Stubberfield have for the Lincolns a few minutes earlier in that first period. Got called for the high stick, and something that we've talked about here in the start of the 2022 calendar year when they brought back the second official. Stuff like that wasn't getting called in the first half of the season. Not nearly as much as you will now because you have that extra set of eyes who's down low to see that hit.
So important. And that's probably why I think to myself, technically there was only 5 power plays in the first period, but 6 penalties were called. And, there was nights we didn't see 6 penalties called the whole game in the first half of the season. So the players hopefully will adjust over the back half of this season because now all the things they were getting away with behind the scenes, now they're not going to get away with. So I'm a fan of it. It lowers the chance for somebody getting hurt because something stupid got done when the ref was looking the other way. But what it's going to do for the first few weeks is you're going to see a lot of 6-8 power play nights.
And we've seen those already here for the Rockets, who in that streak of going without a power play goal had a couple nights going 0 for 6. One they went 0 for 8. And hopefully we won't see any more of those as the Rockets back in the power play goal column in this game. And it has us at a 1-1 tie as we get set for period number 2. The out-of-town scoreboard. One other game going on in the Western Conference tonight. Kamoka hosting LaSalle. And about 6 minutes into the second period, they both scored another goal. LaSalle holding on to a 2-1 lead over the Kings. Here in Strathroy, it's all tied up at 1. As mentioned, the shots on goal in that first period of play, 12-10 in favor of Strathroy, who will head to the penalty kill as they take to the ice here.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I've said on air before, commented on the Leamington jerseys. I'm a bit of a jersey nut. And Kamoka tonight, wearing their throwback early 80s gold Kings jerseys, just like the LA Kings wore before Wayne Gretzky played there. I know you're a big fan.
I think you mentioned, sucks that we're not in Kamoka to see those, and I said good.
No, we're done. Actually got that out of the way early. All 3 visits to the Wellness Center. But no, I am a big jersey nut, and you commented on the crisp look of the Lincoln's jerseys. I do like these for those of you who have seen the Minnesota Wild white. They look a lot like that. But I do like these alternate Rockets jerseys too.
Set and ready for the second period here as Habib in the box. It's a full 2 minutes to start the second period for the Lincolns on the power play. We've already got a power play goal tonight. They'll take it down in their own zone off the face-off here. Lalonde back behind the net of Walkarius, and we'll get set to bring it up ice. Passes it over to the left side. Morey, long pass across the ice right in front of the Lincolns bench, and now carrying that one in, looking for an option is Lamoureux. Goes up to the point. Lalonde to Morey, back to Lalonde. Over, Lamoureux, shot on, and that one stopped by Brazeau. A little bit of traffic out front, but he's able to make the stop.
Yeah, I don't think he realized he had it. It hit him right in the breadbasket and kind of fell in between his pads in front of him. But he was quick to cover it up. And a good job by the Rockets D to make sure that there were no Lincolns there to go digging.
One back to the point again. Nice pass from Lalonde over to Morey on the left side. Brings it to the slot. Now back up to Lalonde, who's just going to have to dump it into the corner. Smith knocked that one away, but the Lincolns get it right back. Working around the perimeter as he hands it off to Lamoureux. Lamoureux with Faulkner right on him. Faulkner's going to take that one away. It's cleared up to the line and not out as it's kept in by a nice play by Lalonde. Now Lamoureux. Bottom of the circle, works it below the goal line, holding on to it here. Now up to Lalonde at the point again, hands it off to Lamoureux. Working that right side they are. This one is going to be intercepted by Faulkner and sent the length of the ice. Right on goal for Walkarius, who had trouble with it.
Yeah, it bounced right in front of him.
Shades of Vesitoskala. Is now breaking in. Morey back behind the net here. Taken away from him, but able to hold on to it up to the blue line. And now this one just out of the reach of Hewitt will allow the Lincolns to continue on with the power plays. Now it will go off a stick and out of play. At least I think they're going to say it went off a stick.
Well, we're going to see here in a moment. Lucky break. It's coming out. Lucky break for Hewitt there. I felt that was maybe a pass across that he could have had. But then the Lincolns end up putting it out of play. Conversation between the striped shirts here, deciding whether or not it's going to be in or not. It is in. So the face-off will be down to the left of Matthew Brazeau.
Yeah, my first reaction was that went off a stick, but then they brought it out. Now they'll bring it back in, and it's an offensive zone draw win for the Lincolns. Up to the point. Corfield shot through. That one will go off the end boards. Bounce right back out. Looking awesome side. Oh, and that one stopped by Brazeau. Getting across to Rob Vandenbrink, and then it's cleared down the ice.
Vandenbrink had a lot of net to shoot at. Brazeau did a good job to come over and get a pad on that puck.
10 seconds to go here as it's dumped back in by Johnson. The Lincolns will leave their zone here as that one's into the skates, and that'll do it for the man advantage here. As back out onto the ice is Habib. Taking his stick back up there, Harbour. Back behind the net, and Harbour on his backhand. This one turned over. In comes Johnson. Johnson looking shot in the glove, saved by Walkarius. On the turnover inside of the St. Mary's zone.
Well, the right-handed catching, Bryce Walkarius. Normally, the shot that Johnson just took would have been low blocker, but Walkarius catches with the right hand, not the left. And he snaked that out there to make a nice glove save to deny Ty Johnson.
I know you prepare yourself in knowing which hand the goalie catches with, but when you're a guy like Ty Johnson who maybe doesn't get to shoot a whole lot, it might catch you by surprise when you get a point-blank shot and the goalie's all of a sudden catching with the other hand.
Well, and I mean, you think about it, somewhere between, I don't know, I read one time, somewhere between 88 and 91% of the population is right-handed. So, at best, maybe 1 out of 10 goalies catch with their right hand, and it's probably even less than that in hockey. But yeah, I mean, you don't look up right away, and oh crap, he catches on that side.
Back in the Strathroy zone, Barnes and over to Habib. Is now the arm comes up here, and they're going to take a holding call here. Although they blew it down when Strathroy had the puck.
I'm very confused.
So unless they're taking them both, and I don't think they are.
No, they're not. Why did they blow the whistle?
There was a small questioning from the Rockets bench, but...
And they were carrying it into the Lincoln zone. I don't know why, but here we go. Face off to the left of Walkarius, and the 5th power play of the game for the Rockets. They are 1 for 4 thus far.
Off the draw, one up to the point. Now Elliston over to Marshall. Hands it off down low. Hogarth around the boards. Past Dundas. Elliston picks it up. Fires one in that. Tipped on by Dundas and just wide of the goal. Now Nelson. He's rubbed out into the corner. Up to the point for Marshall. It gets between his legs and all the way back to the Strathroy line. And a nice play to get that one away from Schnittker, who was coming on hard.
Great job to get the body position there to prevent Schnittker from going in alone.
Elliston at his own zone. Pass just out of the reach there. The Rockets will get it back as now it's at the St. Mary's line. Quick pass up to Schnittker. Steps inside the offensive zone on the right side. Takes it back behind the Strathroy net. Now he's going to put it up against the wall here and try to tie it up as 3 Rockets try to dig this puck out. And finally they're able to get it out, but right back onto the stick of Schnittker. Holds onto it here as the time just ticks away inside of the Strathroy zone.
Yeah.
And the pass up to Baker now, and Baker will take a long shot in on Brazeau, who gloves it down.
Great job by Schnittker. Probably killed about 10, 15 seconds there all by himself.
Pass up, bringing that one in, and now dumping it around the boards. Hogarth, pass Walkarius, who's out of his net, into the corner. Trying to battle there and get it away. Dundas has to get past him, and now it's going to be a shorthanded break for Kelleher. Here comes Kelleher, in on goal, scores!
Did that not seem inevitable?
The shorthanded goal on the giveaway by Kelleher, and it's 2-1 Lincolns.
For all the chances that the Lincolns had killing penalties in the first period with the turnovers by the Rockets in their own end, that one was a turnover just inside the offensive blue line. Led to a breakaway by Kelleher, and he went glove side high with a rocket of a wrist shot. And it's 2-1 for St. Mary's.
Still 35 seconds to go here in the man advantage for Strathroy as it's dumped in off the end boards. In there to pick it up Perry as he loses an edge in the corner, and it's dumped out all the way down to Brazeau, who's out of the net to play it for Strathroy. Opposite side, out of front of the goal comes Faulkner up through the middle. Holds onto it, lost it at the blue line as it was able to get the stick in the lane there. Kelleher again. Kindry, a dump in with 5 seconds to go on the man advantage, comes all the way around the boards. Perry down low for Balaz. Looks for an option, comes up to the point for Smith. Smith to the net, this one tipped on. And it goes wide into the corner. Some time here for the Lincolns now to set up as just under 5 minutes has elapsed to start this second period. The Lincolns on the board to give themselves a 2-1 lead. Perry forward. Hit from Kelleher to knock the puck loose, and now the Lincolns will bring it forward. A shot from center, knocked away by Brazeau. At the blue line, another one to the net by Mulder. That one well wide into the corner. Picking it up again. Now Johnson trying to get it out here for Strathroy. Smith battling along. Kept in. Side of the circle. Now down low for Lamoureux back behind the net. Lamoureux still holding on to it here. Had Smith right on him. Picks it up. Looks to come out front. Couldn't get the shot off there. Lincolns get it back. And now another one fired on. And that one off a body and wide into the corner. Lincoln's controlling the play here in this second period so far. Chance out front. That one stopped by the blocker of Brazeau again. Just inside the blue line. Shot thrown to the net by the Lincolns and Morey as Hazel tries to keep it in on the opposite side. Still battling with it. Pass up to the point. Arm comes up. Penalty on the way here to Strathroy as that shot's going to go out of play. And the Lincolns, after a shorthanded goal and some extended pressure, will head to the power play here with 14:11 to go in the second.
Another slashing penalty here for the Rockets. Looks like Carson Perry will be heading to the box. Chapman gives the signal. And I'm not surprised to see a little frustration perhaps coming out on the side of the Rockets. Second period has not developed the way they would like. Not only not scoring on that last power play, but giving up a shorthanded goal to Austin Kelleher.
Perry to the box for his second slashing penalty of the night here, and the Lincolns will head back to the power play. Their 2 goals tonight, a power play goal and a shorthanded goal. They lead 2-1. Now they'll break it out from their own zone. To center, a dump in on a backhand. That one's going to go off the glass and now bounce back out front of Brazeau, and they couldn't get a shot off as the Rockets will get a good chance and they'll clear as this one comes all the way back to the Lincolns line. Cornfield now will circle back inside of the St. Mary's zone here behind Walkarius. 30 seconds gone off the penalty already. Drops that one, leaves it, coming through the middle, Vandenbrink. He'll chip it back to the right side. Holding on, forehand pass out front, intercepted and cleared down the ice by Nelson. Walkarius stops it up behind the St. Mary's net here as the rest of his teammates change up. Second power play unit out here for the final minute of the power play. And now finally bringing it out Cornfield. Pass off to the right side as he goes to the bench. Now trying to set up down low. Stubberfield up to the point for Morey. Lalonde on the right side. Lamoureux to Lalonde at the point, and that one stopped by Brazeau back behind the net. Looking out front, that one's going to go off a skate and all the way back down into the St. Mary's zone.
Hazel just threw that out front and bounced right out of the zone. It's a good clear for the Rockets.
Lalonde over to Morey, and now Hazel will dump it in on the backhand. Morey will pick it up on the left side. Morey cutting back to the side of the net. Now he'll spin and fire it up to the point. Lalonde's long stick able to keep that one in at the line. Now pass, Morey looking, shot. That one missing blocker's side. Brazeau didn't see it, but it missed the net. 2 seconds to go here as the puck battle behind the net here. Onto the ice and straight into the play is Carson Perry as we're back to even strength. Now Morey at the point, shot on, blocked away by Brazeau, and it goes up and out of play right after the penalty expired here. And the Rockets with a good kill, 12:03 to go in the second.
Actually, I think they kind of escaped another penalty there. Lamoureux got buried with a cross check in front of Matthew Brazeau.
Rockets coach Jason Williams having a conversation now with Webb, the official.
I was trying to read lips, but then he covered his mouth.
Chipping that one past, and now it's going to be a foot race forward into the corner. Gallant down low to get it, but Dare's going to win the battle. Bring it out for St. Mary's the other way. Now pass up to Schnicker, bounces off his stick. Cole Smith will pick it up and try to find Gallant, but then that one's down the ice here, and they're going to call an icing here against the Rockets.
Wave that. It was within half a stick length of two Lincolns.
A quick conversation there, but they will bring it all the way back down to the Strathroy zone.
Yeah, neither one of them were facing the right way, but it didn't go very fast, and it was within less than a stick length of both of them.
So the icing will bring the face-off inside of the Strathroy zone. Barnes a nice play to work that one up to the line, and now Perry will bring it forward. Hands it off. Perry's pass intercepted. Lalonde up, and now Schnicker. Schnicker to the middle. Kelleher couldn't get the shot off there for St. Mary's. Now picking up again in the slot. Trying to chip that one forward. Gallant couldn't hold on to it as Nelson bounces off his man and inside of the Strathroy zone. Good body check to knock the puck loose. Perry's pass poked away, and now here comes Nelson on the right side. Nelson, one-on-one, cuts to the middle here, holds, looking, shot on, and Walkarius will make the save, and he'll cover up.
I'm going to have to do a work on getting him moving left to right or right to left, but getting him moving laterally and again, firing to the right side, his glove hand. They haven't beaten him so far, so I'm going to have to try and change something, although it was a good shot. Probably the best chance they've had in this second period.
Off the draw and kept in. Now behind the net, holding on to it here. Elliston looking out front. Couldn't get the shot off there was Piercy. Picked up in the corner for Ty Johnson. Johnson back behind the net here. Trying to win that battle and get the puck back, but the Lincolns will move it back out through center. Hogarth's back here inside of the Strathroy zone as that one's going to be chipped out at the line and blown down on a hand pass.
Oh, I wouldn't like that either if I was the Lincolns. He did direct it, but it was with his shoulder or somewhere between his shoulder and an elbow. It just bounced off of him to a teammate. Face-off will be out in front of the Rockets penalty box, just outside the St. Mary's zone.
One back by the Lincolns here. A couple of quick passes, they'll work their way forward. Rockets are able to pick it off and dump it. There's now Vandenbrink to center. At the line, Harbor through his legs. Nice move, but Habib plays the body and knocks him into the boards. Now Mulder in there. Keeps it down low. Looks to fire it out front. Hits off the side of that. Mulder, another chance. Backhander stopped by Brazeau. Bouncing puck in the slot here as the Rockets look to clear. As that one will be dumped out. And Walkarius is going to hold on to it here. And once again, negate the icing on his own. Oh, and he turns it over. Holding on to it here. Walking out to the slot, Elliston. Looking, Elliston shot on. That one stopped. Didn't make it to the net as it was blocked. And now the Lincolns will hold on to it into the slots as it's just going to be thrown out to center ice. to get rid of any danger inside of their own zone. They'll come in, and now they're offside on the play as Vandenbrink and Habib right out front of the Lincoln's bench, and this will draw a crowd.
Jacob Habib, never shy. First time in the game, they finally, pressured Walkarius when he came out to play the puck, and he put it right on the stick of the Strathroy forward. Unfortunately, he ended up doing a big loop around the zone. Elliston, they did get a chance on goal, but more of that, I think, would be productive for the Rockets.
Elliston had Walkarius running a little bit. You would have liked to see him try to work it to the net as quick as he could. When the goalie's out like that and they start scrambling, that's when you can get yourselves into some good situations on offense.
Yeah, they lose track of the net in their desperation to get back into it.
Dundas, chip pass up to Kane Johnson, who couldn't get it any further at center. And now Eric Smith just inside of the Strathroy line, battling to try and get that puck back. Able to hold on to it and get it away is Cole Smith inside the Strathroy zone. Those two battling back behind the net. It will come out to the left side. Marshall onto the stick special. He looks for a long pass. It's kept in by Baker at the line. Now Baker steps inside the offensive zone. Goes into the corner. Looks through and right through the blue paint. That one bounces up to Lalonde at the point. His shot blocked. Picking that one up, and now coming back the other way is Special. Stops at the blue line here. Comes in right side. Looks to the middle. Had it knocked off his stick. Now turned over. Faulkner couldn't get that one on his stick, or else he might have had a chance right out front. Baker through the middle, and then back to get it is Kindry inside of the Strathroy zone. They'll be dumped in, chipped at center. No icing here as the Rockets will chase inside of the St. Mary's zone. Lalonde in the corner. Nice bounce pass, placed perfectly off the boards. The Lincolns a quick workout. Inside of the Strathroy zone, Maury toe drag, shot on. That one stopped by Brazeau, banging away at it here to try and get that one away. And now from the corner, the Rockets can't get out just yet. Shot on. Hewitt pokes that one past, and now Faulkner had to check where the D was and lost the race to the puck. Maury over to Dare on the right side. Now Dare will chip this one to center. There to pick it up, Hazel. He'll dump it in all the way around the boards, and there to greet the puck on the other side is Lamoureux. Once again, back and forth here as Ty Johnson will throw it off the boards, get it up to the line. Hewitt finally will throw it up and down the ice. No icing here on the touch as the Lincolns back to get it behind their own net. Over to Aitken, and now Aitken once again will set up behind the goal here. 7.5 to go in the second. Pass just out of the reach there. Ballas will dump it back in on the backhand, and the Lincolns will start from where they were. Aitken now with speed. Works it through center. Past a couple of Rockets, will dump it in on the backhand. Brazeau's out of his net to at least get his stick on the puck, but it went right past him. Two battling in the corner. Picked up, working forward, didn't get it out past the line, and now finally Habib in there to stop it, as Habib will work it forward for Strathroy and across the line. Drops that one to Perry. Perry to Gallant. Now Gallant looking, gets it over. Barnes shot on. That one stopped by Walkarius. Back down low as Perry cycles it here inside of the St. Mary's zone. Dare will throw it around. Habib stops it from being cleared. Right up against the wall there. Finally the Lincolns get it back out to center. Nice chip play. Now Perry cuts to the middle. Holds onto it in the slot. Nice play. Nelson shot on. That one was blocked. Dare getting down to one knee to block that shot from Nelson. Gallant spinning in the corner. It's taken away from him. Fired off the glass and out. And we'll see if it has enough here for an icing. It is. And the Lincolns will have to go back tired to take a defensive zone draw.
Yeah. Shot from inside the blue line. No line change.
.6:20 to go here in the period. See if the Rockets can take advantage of a tired Lincolns unit out there. Off the offensive zone faceoff. Elliston through the middle there, and he was upended in the faceoff dot. Now Hogarth picks one up. He fires one in on goal, and the Lincolns still unable to change here. Up to the line, finally out to center as Marshall picks it up. There again is Piercy will chip that one past, and here comes Elliston. Elliston looking left side, return past Elliston. Oh, and he might have been better off to shoot it there, as the Lincolns will now clear from their own blue line.
Hogarth tried to pass back to Elliston, and he wasn't expecting it. Of course, nobody in the rink was expecting it. All he had to do was deposit the puck into the... Wow.
The 2-on-0 for the Rockets between Elliston and Hogarth, and Elliston the right-handed shot on the right side, Hogarth the left on the left. And one too many passes.
Yeah, Hogarth had a tap in.
Walkarius is a 6'3" goalie, and although he moves well, it's a lot of ground to cover on a quick pass from Elliston. Hogarth shaking his head on his way back to the bench, thinking he was better off to shoot. Battle at the wall right up front of us down in the neutral zone. It'll be dumped forward. Now here comes Kelleher. Taken away. Parrott shot on, and glove saved by Brazeau. Flashing the leather there on the shot from Parrott.
Elliston's been a bit of a water bug out there tonight. The best chances on the power play. He's looked really good working the point. They've had him out there a couple different times, moving the puck down low. A good return in the trade of Riley Wood to the Nationals.
Kelleher brings it out front, looking for a shot. That one will be cleared up to the line and out. As unable to hold that one was Mulder. Be a neutral zone face-off coming here as both teams will get themselves a full line change.
It's kind of delayed on both ends. That seemed to take a couple seconds to realize, all right, maybe we will.
Neutral zone draw, one and now carried in here. Lalonde's pass tipped away. It'll be cleared out to center and then dumped back in by Harbor inside of the Strathroy zone. Picked up, Nelson. Pass over far right side, just off the stick of Gallant, who will have to clear the zone before the Rockets will have to enter. Pass through the middle, onto the stick of Harbor. He works it past Gallant right side, and then will dump it in as the Lincolns inside of the Strathroy zone. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second period. As now back the other way comes Nelson. Across center, he'll chip it in. Walkarius will give that one a boost as it goes around the boards. Just 10 feet inside the line here. Now it's cleared out to center. Vandenbrink, nice pass over. Baker left side, steps in across the line, tries to make a move to cut to the middle there, and lost it. Now Marshall and Gallant. It's going to be Gallant to pick it up. This one turned over, but the Rockets will hold on to it here. Just inside their own zone. The Lincolns were getting a change on the play as the pass out of the reach there. Now onto the stick. It's a short 2-on-1 here. Harbor, nice play over, and it's stopped by Brazeau as he gets across with the pad to make the save.
As he slid from right to left, I expected as he left the net to see the puck sliding into it, but somehow he stopped it and slid with it. 4:06 to go. He keeps this game 2-1.
Face-off off to Brazeau's left, and it's one back to the point here. Aiken fires it back behind the net. Pancino looks out front. No one there to pick it up, and the Rockets will get this turnover as Balaz brings it forward. Knocked off his stick just inside the line. Now turning it over. There come get it Pancino. Pancino's pass returned to the slot and then knocked away by Kendry, and Kendry will bring it forward. Kendry knocks it into the corner. Hewitt trying to look out front, and that one will go off a stick and high up and out of play. 3:39 to go here in the second.
Faulkner with a little rub on the shoulder there of Moore. Now we get wholesale change here for the Rockets. Elliston, Piercy, and Hogarth. The forward line here with the face-off to the right of Walkarius.
One back to the point. Kendry, one-time shot is blocked, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 for the Lincolns the other way. Morey, pass to the right side. And a broken stick on the play for Lamoureux. Rockets catch a break here. Piercy now up to Hogarth. Walks across the blue line, leaves it. Elliston shot on, stopped by Walkarius. Big rebound comes out. Trying to center that one again was Hogarth, but then there to pick it up, Hazel. Elliston hands it back. Hogarth looking, shot on. That one whistled over top of the goal. Walkarius might have got a piece of it. Down in the corner here. Once again trying to clear. This one knocked away. Piercy with it to the net, and Walkerius will just cover that one up as Elliston was right in front of him. 3 minutes even left here in the second.
Another opportunity there. They did get the rebound. Unfortunately, the other two Rocket forwards just kind of did a flyby. Neither one of them stopped in front of the net, and the puck ended up being picked up and just carried away to not bring another opportunity.
Face off to the right side of Walkerius in the St. Mary's zone. Coming through the other way here, and now this will draw a little bit of a scrum right inside the St. Mary's zone.
Spezial
and Eric Smith for the Lincolns.
I don't know who's getting it because
I think he's got both.
I'd like to think that no worse than both. I saw two different cross checks, one by each team. So it'll be interesting to see who he's got. I guess he's decided Kelleher's was more egregious.
Yeah, it's Kelleher going to the box.
Yes.
And a 2 for cross-check will send the Rockets to the power play.
Spezial was about 2 seconds away from biting off more that he could chew there.
Spezial came through the middle, and if I'm not mistaken, he was the one who actually got hit, but
stood
dealt
him
more
up.
of the damage.
Great, he did a great job standing him up.
And then that drew the crowd. There was no call originally on the play.
No, and the hit was fine. I didn't see any problems there until they started exchanging stick work.
So the Rockets back to the power play here. Kindry's shot, that one was blocked, didn't make it to the net. Down low, Mulder will throw that one around the boards, and it'll find its way all the way back down to the Strathroy zone. Kelleher in the box for cross-checking. Here comes Perry stepping up inside of the St. Mary's zone. Leaves that one. Faulkner back behind the net. Up to the point for Smith. Back to Faulkner, through his legs, turned over, and sent down the ice by the Lincolns. A little bit of sloppy passing in the offensive zone for Strathroy. They'll have to set up behind their own net here. 40 seconds already off the penalty. Marshall right side, into the legs of Faulkner. Faulkner's able to get this one back just inside the line. Throws it around and chipped out, and now Stubberfield will chase it down. He's going to be on a foot race with Elliston. Stubberfield holds onto it into the corner here. Elliston takes it away from him, and now Elliston will work it up on the left side. Thought better about it, and will circle back inside the Strathroy zone.
Elliston, the one Rocket that Stubberfield probably wasn't going to outskate to get to that puck.
He was just off the bench as well after a line change, and was ready to skate. Long pass up to Dundas. Dundas looks to the left side. It's out of the reach and cleared back down to the Strathroy blue line. Here's Elliston over to Dundas. Dundas forward. Carries it wide right. Spins in the corner. Looks for an option. Now tries to go to the net. It was blocked right up into the air. Still kept inside of the St. Mary's zone. Up to the point for Elliston. Elliston looks left. Marshall comes over, shot on. Oh, and a nice block coming across there by Baker. And we're going to have a scrum here out front.
71's going. Lalonde just picked himself up a penalty. Fired Dundas right into Walkerius.
And he's got his finger on Dundas.
It won't surprise me.
He's...
The reason Lalonde went racing in there and buried Dundas is because Dundas came in and had a little dig after it was covered.
Walkerius is down, and now Lincoln's trainer Darren Smale is out there to tend to him.
Walkerius' issues here are going to be more a function of the fact that Lalonde fired Dundas right into it. I never understood that as an official. You see guys that don't like what the forwards, are doing to their goaltenders. So the first thing they do is fire the forward right on top of their own goaltender. I never understood it, and it seems to happen at every level. You see it in the NHL.
And Walkerius looks like he's all right.
I saw him smiling, talking to Darren Smale, the trainer, as you pointed out. And it does appear that there are two Lincolns. Now, this isn't guessing how many minutes Dundas may get here, but
there is the penalty already up in there for 9 seconds.
Look at you
9
being all
seconds to go.
Paying attention.
The three Lincolns in the box, of course. The backup goalie, Wheeler's in there as well.
Yeah, him I knew.
I don't think he's serving anything.
I did forget about the 9 seconds that were remaining on the penalty to Kelleher.
They're having a chat out front of the box, but I would be surprised if that's more than anything offsetting.
Now Dundas went for a little poke at the puck. And Lalonde did what a defenseman should do in a case like that. Except for the fact that he did it and threw him right on top of his own goaltender. Good to see Walkarius back up and smiling, and he's ready to go.
Chat with the official, but with a smile on his face the entire time. Elliston now holds onto it into the corner. Elliston, nice moves. Now up to Kindry. Kindry fires one to the net there, didn't make it. Just sits in the corner, and Elliston picks it up. Poke pass. Nice play by Lamoureux to poke it past Kindry. Here comes Lamoureux. Steps inside, looks a pass out in the slot, and couldn't find it over to Vandenbrink. Now back down low. Lamoureux tries to find it out to the slot. Vandenbrink picks it up, fires one on. That one stopped by Brazeau. 30 seconds to go. Here's they look out front, and it'll be cleared by the Rockets here at the line. Long pass and knocked forward by Elliston. Elliston chips it past. Now he comes in left side. Couldn't hold on to it. A pass out front, and no shot available there for Nelson. 15 seconds to go here. Lincoln's work it forward. Perry now at center. Over to Nelson. Nelson, Perry in the slot. Perry shot on, picked up, rebound, and it's covered up by Walkarius with 5.4 to go here in the second.
And you can see, the respect certain players have for other players. And the Lincolns have it for Michael Elliston. He just went in there, and there was a tap at the end, but the puck had been loose. And when Harbour came into Elliston, it was just a little tap on the chest as if to say, hey, no problem.
Lincolns will win the draw, skated into the corner, and that'll do it for the second period here. So another 20 minutes in the books here, and the Lincolns will skate to the locker room with a 2-1 lead after 40 minutes of play here in Strathroy.
Well, the downside is, here we go, Walkarius and Brazeau, little chat in the neutral zone, little tap on the pads, and away they go. They haven't done very well in terms of creating many chances in the second period, but the upside is they go into the third only one goal down. So they're one shot away from being able to tie this game.
The lone goal in the second, courtesy of Austin Kelleher for the Lincolns, a shorthanded goal, giving St. Mary's their first lead of the game and a 2-1 lead as we head into the third, and what will be an important third here for Strathroy. I feel like we're going to say it every game from here on to the playoffs. A big 2 points on the line here for Strathroy. And in a game that you're hanging into, in a game that I feel like you deserve a win here if you can play a good third.
Yeah.
A few too many turnovers here and there, but
they are, I will say, to a degree, they are lucky to be within a goal for the number of turnovers that they've committed inside their own zone just on the power play. And then it was a turnover at the opposition blue line that turned into the shorthanded breakaway and the goal by Austin Kelleher in the second period. And as I said, did that just not feel inevitable for all the chances that the Lincolns were getting shorthanded throughout the game to that point? You just felt like they're going to bury one of these, and he did. But as you said, 2 points, they're there to be taken. You're only down a goal, and you get a full 20 minutes to go.
So we'll head to the break here with the Rockets down a goal here against the Lincolns, 2-1. The score in the out-of-town scoreboard, LaSalle still leading 2-1 over Kamoka at the Wellness Center with the third period just getting underway. Here it was Austin Kelleher's shorthanded goal to give the Lynx a 2-1 lead. After 40 minutes of play, shots on goal in the period 12-11 in favor of St. Mary's. A two-period total of 23-22 favoring the Rockets. We'll go to break. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets YouTube page, following along and watching on hockeytv.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial,
located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy, and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy on a cold February night. 2 periods of hockey complete here between the visiting St. Mary's Lincolns and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. And we have ourselves a good one dialed up here. 2-1 the Lincolns lead after 40 minutes of play. Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith here with me to call the action for you. And Eldon, through 2 periods here, the Rockets hold themselves within a goal. They're a shot away, as you like to say, from tying this hockey game. But we talked about before we went to break, there are certainly some things that need to be cleaned up here in the third if they want to have a shot at coming away with 2 points.
So funny that you say that, because I was just thinking to myself, how would I open up this? They're going to have to clean up the turnovers because the one thing that has been clear, when the Lincolns turn it over, the Rockets haven't seemed to turn it into anything. When the Rockets turn it over, the Lincolns have had some grade A chances, and one of them turned into a shorthanded goal. So they're going to have to clean those up, a little more tidy in their own end. And, I mean, they need somebody to take advantage of a break. And Wolkarius has looked human tonight, more so than he did a week ago yesterday when we were in St. Mary's. He likes to come out and play the puck. But tonight, he's looked a little shakier than he did. And they're going to have to try and take advantage of that.
One of the things that we have seen in the past with Bryce Wolkarius in goal, and the thing that actually led to the first goal tonight for Strathroy, is traffic and motion out front of the goal. Get him moving, get people in the way. We saw it a couple weeks ago with the Rockets' own goal. We saw it tonight with the first goal. The Rockets need to do a little bit more of that tonight. Fire pucks on goal, as far as I'm concerned. Get pucks to the net and try to find a way to pick up a rebound, because that's how you're going to beat Wolkarius.
Yes, absolutely. The unfortunate part tonight for the Rockets is the Lincolns have had the puck more than they've had it. So if you don't have the puck, it's hard to get those shots on net. But that power play that led to that goal or in the first period, Kindry just kept firing it toward the net and firing it toward the net. And finally, on the third attempt, it ended up Nelson got a piece of it and gave the Rockets a 1-0 lead at the time. So if they can get possession and get it down into the Lincoln zone, well, puck's on net.
Both teams back out to the ice and ready here for period number 3. The officials now having a conversation.
That's just a little pre-period
to get
powwow.
themselves pumped up, maybe?
Yeah.
Ready here for the third.
I'm used to only seeing them do that at the beginning of the game. When they're standing at center ice, they do the little fist pump, tap each other on the chest, and away they go. I don't know that I've ever noticed it to start a period later before.
We are underway for period number 3. Here's the Lincolns win the draw and take it back inside of their own zone. Mulder handing it off to Cornfield. His long pass is going to be out of the reach of everyone. No icing here. They're going to say it was touched up just inside of center. Around the boards to Hewitt. He chips that one up to the line. Hazel is able to keep it in, down low. Back behind the net now. Ty Johnson comes around the net to the other side. Elliston couldn't stop it. That one's put on goal, and Brazeau makes the save. It goes up and over top of the glass. Out of play. The faceoff will be inside the Strathroy zone.
Already changing up the lines, 28 seconds in. Hogarth comes over the boards with Piercy and Balaz.
Quick little 28-second shift to start the third.
Quick shifts, stay fresh.
Right off the draw, one shot fired to the net. Big rebound off the blocker there of Brazeau. Rockets can't clear just yet. Now they do. It's back out to center for Mulder. Over to Cornfield. We'll put that one off the boards back behind the St. Mary's net here, as the Lincolns will slow things down inside of their own zone. The Rockets were the first team to get on the board tonight, and then the Lincolns have 2 straight goals. Now Hogarth, nice move, works it in. Hogarth shot, big rebound out front there, and he couldn't knock it past Wolkarius, who was unsure where the puck was. Now turnover out front, another chance there for Piercy. Another one on goal, and it's stopped by Wolkarius again here. Nobody knows where the puck is, and then finally it's going to be cleared up to the line, but not out. Piercy to the net. That one's going to miss well wide. Over to Barnes. Barnes at the blue line. He's able to keep it in. Goes down low. Return pass. Back behind the net. Piercy up to the point. Habib shot through traffic. That one hit a body and went wide. Hogarth again. Down low for Belaz. Tied up against the wall by Kelleher. Pass comes out into the slot. There was Barnes there. He couldn't get a shot off. Now he'll tie up a man in the corner. Rockets with some pressure here to start the third. A couple of chances already as now Mulder brings it out from behind the St. Mary's net. He'll wait and look for an option here as the Lincoln's captain hands it off to Cornfield on the left side. He will fire it off the glass and out all the way on goal. And just out front of the goal there is Rizzo left it. Habib has it in the corner. Back behind the net, Habib. He's going to reverse this one. There to pick it up, coming in. Eakin looks. Knocked off the stick there. Vandenbrink up to Dare. Dare's point shot well wide. He'll run up along the top of the boards before it's cleared out and down into the neutral zone. Vandenbrink over to Dare. Dare's pass, return to the left side. Stepping in across the blue line, looking shot. Stopped by Brazeau and into the corner. Harbour holding on to it. Dare another shot. Brazeau will just direct that one off to the right side. Big hit back behind the nets, and Brazeau is just going to cover this one up against his right pad there to get the whistle.
That's the shift they needed. All sorts of pucks toward the net. A couple of grade A chances. Belaz tried to knock that one puck out of the air, and you're right, Walkarius had no idea where that puck went, and unfortunately couldn't get a stick on it. But a great start to the third period, the momentum they need.
Puck fired out to play inside the Strathroy zone by Marshall, and we'll get a face-off in the same spot off to the right of Brazeau. Face-off, one and tied up right in the slot. Chance for a shot there. That one went off a body and back behind the net, Brazeau. Now trying to carry that one out. Here comes Nelson to center. Nelson will get that one passed. Down into the corner for Lalonde, and now right there to meet him. Two Rockets. Back into the corner. Lalonde still has it. Uses his strong body to work that one out and get it inside of the Strathroy zone. Turned over, back down ice. Elliston had it knocked off his stick. Now Ellison will circle back at center. Looks for an option, hands it off to Marshall. Marshall will step in across the center ice line and dump it in. Now the bouncing puck. There it is. Pancino. Pancino picks it up again, fires one off the boards, and out. Smith goes D to Marshall. Marshall will dump it in. And now the Rockets will get a change. Gets past Lalonde, and now it's dumped out in front of the Lincoln's bench. Going D again. Kindry off to Spezial, and Spezial having to chase back behind the net. Walkarius around the boards. They're trying to knock it away. It's back out to Kindry at center. Kindry will just dump it in, and Walkarius will stop it behind the St. Mary's net. Lalonde leaves it. Now a pass. Harbour intercepted. Coming in, Dundas looking shot. That one's knocked away. Now sitting on top of the net of Walkarius. Rockets still play on here. Lalonde trying to clear the puck. Turned over down low. Kane Johnson battling to try and get possession. Comes up to the point. Walking the line. Johnson to the net. Poked away and out of play. Spezial going to the net hard there, and I think Walkarius got a piece of it to put it up and out of play.
Yeah, sent that just up over. It's so hard to tell. I mean, I used to play ball hockey on this rink when I was a lot younger. I've skated out here. That white line that they use for the out of play, I give the officials credit because it's got to be extremely difficult to see when it hits above it and not. Bouncing puck, cleared out, and now a nice flip play by Schnicker. He'll chase it down. Schnicker left side, scores! A nice pass to himself by Schnicker, and then he beats Brazeau to give the Lincolns a 3-1 lead. A bullet of a wrist shot. And you're right, great job. Puck got flipped up. He was the first one to be able to get to it, and as soon as he got there, he didn't take any time at all. He just ripped a bullet, glove side low on Brazeau. And it's now a 2-goal spread. Just what the Lincolns needed here
Less than 5 into the third, opening up a 2-goal cushion. On the goal by Schnicker. Now a quick pass up to Lamoureux. Here's Lamoureux, back to Hazel. Hazel, a shot, that one's going to go out of play. I'm not sure if he just got underneath that or if it went off a stick. That's what the linesman will have a conversation about. I think they're going to keep the face-off inside.
Yeah. Down in the near corner to the left of Brazeau here. Oh, too late. Trying to get a late change there for the D. Marshall and Smith are sent back to the bench.
Drawing the corner off to the left of Brazeau. One back by the Lincolns. Quick shot on. That one bounces off the boards behind the net. Now holding on to it. Forehand spin by Lamoureux. Trying to leave that one down low, but Barnes right on him with the stick. Now pass out front. Looking shot on. That one just wide. Holding on to it, Habib, and he'll send that one off the boards and outs. And an icing against Strathroy.
Still no change. Marshall and Smith, who intended to come out before the last time the puck dropped, still can't come out.
So another face-off, same spot off to the left of Brazeau, and didn't like the way that one was lining up, so Maury will come in to replace Hazel. Right off the draw, shot on from Lamoureux, and stopped by Brazeau. Rockets got off to a good start here in this third. They had a good couple of shifts to begin the period, and all it took was for one break the other way to suck some life out of it.
Yeah, the first chance the Lincolns had after that, they scored.
Shot from Maury off a skate into the corner. Now back behind the net for Lamoureux again. Going to hold on to it up to the point, Lamoureux does. Pass over to Cornfield. Cornfield's able to knock it down low. Now getting this puck again. Lamoureux keeps it in, fires a shot to the net. It's picked up by Smith. He'll circle back behind the net and able to get that one off to the right side, but it's kept in. Shot from the point, kicked away by the pad of Brazeau. Hazel down low. Looks for a pass. He was knocked away from the puck by Faulkner. There to scoop it up Lamoureux, and now finally the Rockets will get control of it on the left side corner. Long pass, and that one will be an icing as well. Trying to find Balaz, but it was about 4 feet off the ice.
Yeah. Rocket of a pass there. At least the shift was short leading up to that. Marshall and Smith had just come on. But fresh legs over the boards now for the Lincolns as Kelleher takes the draw.
One back into the corner. Now spun around to the right side. Balaz over to Faulkner, and Faulkner couldn't get much further than center ice before it's dumped back in by the Lincolns. Carrying it on over right side. Eric Smith will dump it back down low, looking for a return pass on, and Brazeau made the save, unable to get a whole lot on that one as it sneaks past Hewitt. Now a point shot on, getting through everyone and being gloved down by Matthew Brazeau once more.
Yeah, discretion, better part of valor there. Just get the face off, get some fresh troops out there. And here comes Elliston, Perry, and Nelson on the forward line.
Nelson tied up the draw, won it, and now the Rockets move it forward. Now a chip pass from Elliston, Perry to chase it down, turning that one over. Nelson to the net and couldn't hold on to it. Was Walkarius now in the corner, working it out. Elliston to the net, pad save again, and cleared down the ice. Not enough to go for icing, so Kinger will take it at the face-off dot inside of the Strathroy zone. Quick pass to Perry. Perry tried to stick handle it, lost it, and it was dumped right back out to the Strathroy blue line, and then losing an edge there was Ty Johnson. Almost created a turnover, but the Lincolns will get the puck back inside of their own zone.
Big break for Ty that he was able to get back up quick enough to knock the puck away.
Some speed coming through center now. Harbour, nice move. Couldn't hold on to it there. Had it finally knocked away from him. Now getting the puck back. Harbour couldn't keep it inside the line. Was poked away by Kindry and now dumped in. And icing.
Offside.
No, offside, sorry.
Yeah, Pancini. It just clipped his stick on the way out. That was not intentional at all, but what it will do now, instead of a face-off just outside the Rocket zone, It's going to bring it down just outside the Lincoln zone because it'll be from where the puck got shot.
A dump in from center, and the Lincolns will pick it up. Now in the corner, firing one to the net there. Sitting out front in the slot. Spezial spins, fires, scores! Spezial right out front beats Walkarius. And the Rockets are back within one.
Johnny on the spot. Spezial got a loose puck hanging out in front of Walkarius, just spun and fired, as you said. And I think Walkarius, when a guy just spins and fires like that, you don't know which direction the puck's going to go. And he beat him blocker side by the post.
So just what the Rockets needed here to get themselves back in it. 3-2 now the Lincolns lead.
The clock must have ran. I just heard the official tell Jason Williams they're going to hold it for 3. So the clock must have ran after the goal.
One back by the Lincolns and dumped in by Lalonde. Takes a big hop out front there, knocked away by the stick of Brazeau. Now back behind the net. Trying to bring that one out front. Couldn't up the blue line now. Shot to the net. Big rebound out front there as it was off a stick. And now here it comes the other way. Down the ice. It will be chased down, but it will be an icing.
Spezial's 4th of the season. Bringing the Rockets back within one, even 12 minutes to go in the third.
Kane Johnson and Dylan Dundas on the assists on the goal. As you mentioned, Spezial's 4th of the season. Oh, and almost a turnover at the point there as Cornfield lost it in his skates. Rockets will pick it up, bring it up to center. Now Kane Johnson steps in across the blue line. Good drop pass. Dundas knocked away, and now coming forward. Oh, and the arm comes up on the play. Schnicker steps in across. It'll be touched up here.
That's interference.
Both officials with their arms up.
Yeah, when you, they're going to call it trip? Well, whatever they're going to call it, I would have called it interference. But when both arms go up, you know you've done a thing. He was beat.
So Habib to the box here, and right after the Rockets get themselves back within a goal, they'll have to kill off a big penalty here with 11:40 to go in the third.
This is a big kill, for sure. They'll still have almost half the period to go, down by 1 if they can kill this, and lots of time to come back and tie it.
The Lincolns tonight 1 for 4 with the extra man on. Lamoureux's pass knocked away.
Nice stick by Perry.
And Perry right to the bench to get a line change there. Obviously couldn't get it on the previous draw. Lamoureux knocked away. That shot off a body and all the way up to the blue line. Hewitt will knock that one out. And Lalonde will have to pick it up, dump it back in onto the stick of Lamoureux. Now Hazel pass over. Oh, and just out of the reach there. It's almost a sure tapping on the left side.
Just hopped over Stubberfield's stick.
Pass Lalonde. He's able to get it down low. Now return pass. Lalonde straight away at the point. Hands it off right side for Lamoureux. Lamoureux walks his way back up to the blue line, then hands it off down low. Turn pass. That one stopped by Brazeau. Lamoureux will pick it up here. 55 seconds gone off the penalty. Now Lamoureux. Bottom of the circle. Works it down low. Side of the net there. Smith tried to knock it away, but Lamoureux scoops in and picks up the puck. Now handing it off down low. Spinning, firing, pad save. Cleared up. Lalonde keeps it in. Shot on. Blocked it away again. As Lalonde will have to pick it up and bring it back out to the blue line. Lincoln's getting their chances here with the extra man on. Lalonde, a shot blocked. Clearing attempt there, and the stick was knocked away from Faulkner. Finally there to pick it up. And Marshall will clear that one the length of the ice on goal for Walkarius, who once again down into his butterfly had to stop that bouncing puck.
It's a shooting gallery there for about 30 seconds. Good job for the Rockets to get 4 fresh penalty killers out there.
Chip play by Pancino to get it. Kindry to try and knock it away. Spezial will dump it back down. A dozen seconds to go here with the extra man for St. Mary's. 5 seconds left as they're just exiting their zone. That'll do it for the man advantage as Habib's onto the ice. Harbor works his way into the offensive zone, and then it's knocked away. Back to even strength as Vandenbrink will bring it back to his own blue line. Pass forward, chipped in. Now Vandenbrink around the boards. It's Kindry down low. Past that halfway mark here of the third. Rockets trail by a goal. It's going to be a bounce pass off the boards, down the ice, and an icing call here against Strathroy. 9:21 to go here in the third.
Big kill there for the Rockets. Able to get out of that. Still only down one. As you said, 9:21 to go here. Only down a goal and almost half the period to go. Lots of time here.
Face-off one. Perry kicked it into the corner, and then around the boards by Ty Johnson. Bowers couldn't clear the zone here. The Rockets still trapped inside. Now a turnover. Down low, looking out front. Couldn't get the shot out there. Up to the point. Cornfield shot through traffic, and that one's finally kicked away. Now back up onto the stick of Spezial on the left side as he steps in across the St. Mary's blue line. Looks to the net there. Perry knocked it away in the corner. Still trying to pick this one up as two Lincolns battled to get this one away. They'll clear down the ice as this one will find its way right on goal for Brazeau, and he'll have no choice but to cover this one up and get the face-off inside of the Strathroy zone.
Cole Schnittker bearing down on him there. Number 94 in white for the Lincolns tonight. He's been a hustle player all night long, and his goal right now is the difference in the game with the Lincolns up by one.
Right off the draw, a shot was blocked, picked up back behind the net. Spin, fire, that one bouncing around out front, finally picked up there. Still can't clear, shot is blocked. Now it's picked up. Grabbing some speed through center, Hogarth cuts to the left side. Tried to go to the middle of the ice there for Balaz, and it was knocked away into the corner. Just out of the reach of Piercy. Now Balaz, nice move, has it behind the net, looks out front, can't find the shot, trying to knock that one away. Piercy couldn't get the shot off. Piercy battling again. Balaz, Hogarth holds, looks for a shot up to the point now for Habib, and his stick breaks on the play there. Kicks it.
That's a penalty. Oh,
as it's
Habib.
kicked down there.
He didn't drop his stick when he broke it. And
you would know better than me
he
here.
played
If he
the
kicks
puck.
it's the same thing as playing it with the stick.
Absolutely. He made a play on the puck. You could tell he was confused. He didn't know what to do. He had a broken stick, and he kicked the puck.
And he knew well enough not to play with the stick, and that's where I think he got obviously confused, like you said.
Drop it. You're taught when you're 9 years old. Your stick breaks, drop it. And he didn't do that, and unfortunately now this is going to be a tough 2 minutes to kill for the Rockets with 8:03 to go in the third.
Big kill coming here for Strathroy. Smith tries to pin it against the wall down low. Up to the point, Cornfield. Hands it off left side. Return pass, Vandenbrink shot on. That one's going to miss. Harbor had some room, and now the puck will bounce over top of the stick there of Cornfield, and now the Lincolns will have to bring it back inside their own zone. Saw Nelson check his stick there to make sure it wasn't broken. He took a little bit of a slash. Rockets don't want to have anything happen here while down a man where someone's going to lose a stick. Smith with it, and he'll just fire this one out to center, not high enough, and it's knocked down by Eric Smith just in front of the St. Mary's blue line. Grabbing some speed, Corfield works his way forward. He'll dump it in on the backhand. Sits back behind the Strathroy net there to play it. This one fired up to the point and knocked down by Harbor. Vandenbrink to Harbor again. Has it on the right side. Looks for a pass out front, knocked away. Up to the point for Pancino. Cornfield back down low. 51 seconds to go in the man advantage. It's up to the blue line. Harbor, pass right side. Looks to try and fire that one through. Vandenbrink a shot. That one blocked as well. They work around the perimeter here on the far side. Long pass over to Harbor. Cornfield. Vandenbrink now. It's Cornfield again. Shot. Scores. Traffic out front on the power play. in a huge 2-goal kitchen restored for St. Mary's.
That was a tough one. That's a hard penalty to kill. You hope your guys can come through for you in a case like that, but Lincoln's up 4-2 here, 6:32 to go.
And the Rockets going to need a response, and they're going to need it quick here. Back to being down 2. Chip forward inside of the zone. Arm comes up here, a penalty on the way, and
Parrott.
See what the call is on the play. It's Lalonde going to the box. And I think it's for roughing. Yeah, they're going to give him a rough.
Yeah, I thought it was down over here. I was watching something different where I thought there could have been a penalty, and I completely missed Lalonde. Well, they immediately get an opportunity to get that back, that goal that they just gave up, to get back within 1 here. 6:21 to go. Lots of time if they're able to score on this power play.
And so after the Lincolns get a power play goal to give themselves a 2-goal lead back, now the Rockets will get a chance to bring themselves closer. Play moves forward. Here's Lamoureux. Lamoureux, nice move, cuts to the net. Oh, and he puts the backhand just wide. Almost another shorthanded goal for St. Mary's.
The best chances the Lincolns have had to score really tonight have been while killing penalties.
Perry skating inside his own zone. He's going to hand that one off onto the right side. Now grabbing some speed is Elliston as he steps in. Elliston looking for a shot, fanned on it. Picking up down low is Perry. Perry looking out front. Ballard shot on, scores! They answer right back on the power play. And they are back within a goal here with lots of time to play.
It's good to see number 27 to get on the score sheet here. It's been a little while for Balaz. He was riding shotgun with Perry and Wood when they had that big line going. Riley Wood, now a member of the London Nationals. Well, that's a big goal, and they only took 33 seconds into the power play to score it.
Which makes it that much bigger for Strathroy. Gives themselves almost a full 6 minutes here in the third to try and find an equalizer. Oh, and now a turnover here. Piercy's going to pick it up. Inside of the offensive zone for Nigel Piercy. Up to the point for Marshall. His shot right into the block there. Picked up and still unable to clear. And now finally the Lincolns do, and it's going to be abbreviated 2-on-1 here. Ball is back into the rush there to stop it, and a stop by Brazeau is a big hit behind the net. A couple of shoves there as the Rockets bench wanted to call. Probably not going to get it that late in the game, and now upended right out front of the St. Mary's bench, trying to come through. Marshall knocked on goal. That one stopped and cleared out by the Lincolns. You're going to see that here in the final 5 minutes. They're not going to call anything, I don't think, unless it is right in front of them.
Well, I didn't see a problem with that hit that happened down low, but Stubberfield didn't like the hit. I had no problem with him having a word about it.
Back behind the net and cleared out to center here by the Lincolns. Kindry from center will dump it in. It comes out to the other side. Now Dare's there to pick it up. Turned over to Nelson out front. Couldn't corral that pass, and it'll be dumped down the ice. And unfortunately, they will blow it down. They had it hit off the side of the goal, and it just wasn't called.
I couldn't tell if it hit the pad or the net, but the down low linesman, who would normally be the one to whistle it, didn't wave it off, but he also didn't call it icing.
He also wasn't in a fantastic position. He was kind of still up.
So there was, believe it or not, after the penalty, the power play goal by the Rockets, it appears that the penalty never got taken off the clock. So I wonder, because that was still up there when I looked just now, it was about 9 seconds left. I wonder if the linesman looked up, took a quick peek, thought they were shorthanded. It does happen, and the right call's been made. It is an icing call, face off to the left of Walkarius.
Couple of nice moves by Vandenbrink. Now he works his way through. Shot stopped by Brazeau. It's Kindry in the corner. Harbor shot on. Brazeau, another big save there as the bouncing puck up to the points kept in by Aitken. Inside of the Strathroy zone. Johnson, return pass, tries to find it up to Kindry. It's up to the point. Dare looking. Harbor out front, didn't know where it was, lost it in his feet, And now here come the Rockets the other way. It's onto the stick of Elliston. Elliston in across the line, but offside on the play is Carson Perry. Just a half step ahead of Elliston.
They were neck and neck the whole way down the ice. I don't know why Perry just went offside. Elliston never broke stride with the puck, so
the Lincolns win the draw back inside their own zone. Quick pass up to Lamoureux. Now he kicks it back up to his stick. Lamoureux down low, now behind the net. Still holding on to it here as the Lincolns forward finally will cycle it back down low. Faulkner now takes it to his forehand and tries to fire that one off the glass, but he goes over top and into the netting, out of play.
Somehow that found a sliver of space in the netting and ended up in the stands. 3:34 remains here. Face off to the right of Brazeau. Still lots of time.
Marshall picks it up off the draw, fires it around the boards, able to get it up to Hewitt. Hewitt will at least clear out to center as the bouncing puck is shoveled back inside of the Strathroy zone. It's Snicker down low, trying to pin it against the wall. Marshall right there on him. Able to get it into the corner again. Now coming out the other side on his forehand. Cycles it. Looking for a pass into the slot. Baker couldn't get a shot off there, was knocked away. Holding on to it is now Faulkner. You got to be careful with that hit up high. Is it tied up down low now? Lincoln's trying to get the puck loose.
Last thing they need here is to take a penalty for sure.
This one will be cleared off the glass and out. Bow's going to be in a foot race for it. He's not going to win this one. They're able to get it over to Lalonde. Now a pass through the middle. Trying to knock it away again. Faulkner. They're right on it as Lalonde will hand it back to Vandenbrink just inside of the St. Mary's zone. His quick pass up will be dumped in. Kelleher now in the corner. 2.5 minutes left here in the third. Puck finally comes loose. Kane Johnson hands it over to Kendry, and now Kendry will work his way forward, get to center, and dump it back behind the net. Walkarius there to play it. He throws it around the glass. Barnes to try and keep it in. Able to keep it in. Finally, the Lincolns get it back, and now a hit at the blue line will drive the puck loose, but here comes Vandenbrink. Looking shot. That one's going to miss the net. It just sits on the side of the net there, and it's going to be covered up by Matthew Brazeau with 1:57 to go here in the third.
Almost bounced off the backboards and out in front of the net. Caught the web on the netting on the back, and Brazeau didn't want to take any chances so close to his goal.
Defensive zone face-off. Lincolns win the draw, and now the shot was blocked. It went into the corner. Quick pass up to Spezial. He gets to center. Will chip it in. Dundas trying to chase it down in the corner. Mulder. Rockets need to get a little bit more pressure on him here inside the offensive zone. The Lincolns will clear off the glass and out. Marshall tries to dump it back in, but the Lincolns and Mulder get the puck back up to Kelleher. Kelleher steps inside the line, fires it around the boards. Spezial on the left side, chips that one forward. Kane Johnson through center. Throws that one past, and now inside of the St. Mary's zone here. Got to try to get the puck back. Holds onto it. Looks for a pass out front. Hazel knocked it away. Now Spezial down low as well. 1:12 to go here. Net is empty for Strathroy. Extra attacker on the ice. Dare around the boards here. The puck will be cleared out to center, and back there to get it to his own Kendry. The final minute here in the third. Slightly overskating that one is Barnes. Now he gets it over to Kendry. Long dump it. Back behind the net of Walkarius. He reverses it into the corner. Off the glass up to the point. Another one. This one turned over. It'll be flipped over top. It'll be a foot race for it with the net empty. Coming in on goal. Poking that one wide. And into the net goes Kendry and Morey to knock it loose with 35 seconds to go.
Great hustle by Kendry. No call there because Kendry did get the puck.
Almost looked like they both dove for it, too.
Yeah, well, that was the only way Kendry was going to beat Morey to the puck. Morey was another 10 feet, and Morey beats him But no, he dove, got the puck. They both skated into the slid into the net.
And Jason Williams will use his timeout here.
Face-off will be down here to the left of Brazeau. 35.1 to go. Going to have to win the face-off to be able to get something moving up the ice.
So the Rockets use their timeout here with 35.1 to go in the third. The Lincolns will chat things over here. They have an offensive zone face-off. Brazeau will have to get back in his net here. They had him pulled for the last 45 seconds or so. Walkerius chatting things over with Wheeler there. Ryan Wheeler sending in the penalty box for St. Mary's. They have 35 seconds away from picking up a win here on the road.
It's funny watching Walkerius play the puck there with the net empty, and I think if there's a goalie we've seen in the Western Conference who could shoot the puck for a goal,
or at least try,
Walkerius is that guy.
Hazel versus Faulkner in the faceoff dot. One back by the Lincolns, shot on, and a save right in the logo for Matthew Brazeau. 3 seconds off the clock on the play. And they'll repeat the faceoff in the same spot. Draw one back. It's Smith to pick it up in the corner here for Strathroy. Looking for that long lead pass. They couldn't find it, and the Lincolns will dump it right back into the offensive zone. 19 seconds to go here. The Rockets got to hustle up ice. No time to take your time. It's Smith at center. The long dump in, stopped by Walkerius. Belaz fires one, a goal, rebound out front. Oh, and Perry had a chance there, but he couldn't find the back of the net. Now sitting off to the side there, it'll be picked up by Lalonde. The horn will go, and the Lincolns will escape with a 4-3 win.
Oh.
And some pushing and shoving down low behind the goal line.
I can't see who the Lincoln is behind the net there, but he's taken 3 good shots to the face of the Rocket player.
I think it's Kyle Morey. No, it's Miles Baker, the defenseman.
Perry had the game on his stick. Well, actually, not on his stick. He couldn't quite make contact with the puck, but it was laying. It popped out. There was room, and he was the only guy there. And it just hopped on him enough that he couldn't get wood on it.
And so the Rockets comeback falls short here on home ice. They lose 4-3 here to the St. Mary's Lincolns, who find themselves moving up in the standings in the Western Conference after a big 4-3 win here. And the Rockets will have a couple of nights off before back here on home ice on Tuesday night against the always tough Kamoka Kings to see if they can turn things around and get themselves back into the win column, Eldon.
Well, Kamoka was on quite a run there, moving themselves up the standings to as high as third in the Western Conference. However, coming back to earth a little bit, and the games between the Rockets and the Kings have been super tight. All one-goal games, including some, 2 shootout games in Kamoka. So you expect a tight game on Tuesday night, a rare Tuesday home game. As we discussed, the only team they seem to play at home on Tuesday nights is Kamoka because they share a Saturday night home date. So I look forward to that game, and hopefully that's a chance for them to bring their A game.
So the Rockets and Lincolns battle here on a Saturday night. It's the Lincolns coming away with a 4-3 win here, improving their record, moving up to third in the Western Conference. The Rockets falling once again here on home ice, and as mentioned, they'll be back in action Tuesday as they host the Kamoka Kings. From Eldon Dunseith, Noah Smith, we thank you for listening with us tonight on the Rockets YouTube page and following along and watching on HockeyTV.com. We'll see you on Tuesday here from the West Middlesex Memorial Center.